Welcome, welcome travelers. You have stumbled upon the hidden outgrove, where we learn more about flatland BMX. Today, like most days, basically every day on the stream, not every day on the stream I guess, but most days, we're riding a 15 by 15 square foot area. I will like to note that this style of BMX, flatland in particular, is something that you can learn basically anywhere. I've read some comments on people that get into BMX and they go, well, you know, I don't have a skate park, or I don't have a street spot, or I don't have some trails to ride. Like, I don't even want to ride because I have nothing to ride. Well, the thing is that there's a whole style of BMX where if you can just find a level surface, I've even seen somebody do it in an 8x8 square, and them doing like 20-point combos. Man, I can't even do a 20-point combo, and they're doing a 20-point combos in an 8x8 square. It's pretty gnarly. Now, you want to find, if you ideally, a level surface because it gives you a consistent variable. You will start noticing once you start getting bumps in the ground, or if there's a slope or bigger slopes or two slopes, it does hinder your progress on learning tricks. And so that's why if you talk to most freestyle skateboarders, flatland skateboarders, or BMX riders, they always try and find a level surface. This is actually the weird thing about being in the garage. It is a level surface. I actually think there is a slight downslope going down that way, just because if water comes in, I think it goes down. But overall, I'm pretty sure this is basically the most level ground I can find in a couple miles from here. So sometimes I do ride outside, but anyway, yeah, this is just basically BMX where you can learn anywhere. I'm honestly surprised I don't see more streams of just like flatland BMX learning, right? Because you can learn it, you know, basically by your Wi-Fi. I think the other people, I've had some questions go, well, why do I always stream in here? The other thing is I wanted to, when I first started streaming, I actually wanted to stream at the skate parks, right? Because there's a bunch of people. It'd be a lot more, probably a lot more entertaining, to be honest. But I don't have the right internet on my phone to stream at the skate park. So that's why we're riding in here. So actually, it's kind of funny. It almost got, that also got me deeper into the flatland realm as well. But anyway, besides that, I hope everybody's doing good. We are going to do a Bible study devotional. Yeah, not sure what we're going to get into, but let's just crack it open, I guess, right? Okay, let's see here. I guess there was a verse I did kind of want to see something about. I think I've already done a Bible study on it, maybe about 2 or 3 times on the stream already. I guess we go over it again. And it is Proverbs 28:1. So let's go into Proverbs 28:1. And it is, you know what, let's actually look at it in the KJV. Let's open it in the KJV. Let's see here. KJV. Let's go into Proverbs 28:1 about lions. You know what? Let's actually read Proverbs 28. Let's just read the entirety of Proverbs 28. Okay, Proverbs 28, the KJV. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. I think that one, I think if you were to bring this verse up right here, Proverbs 28:1, to most believers, or even just people that barely even know the Bible, honestly, I think most people have heard this verse. A general consensus that I've somewhat made on many believers is they always like to rock the lion. Previously, that's why I put this little bag thing right here, because it has a lion right here, and it almost kind of like keeps me going of being like, I need to be bold, right? Now Now, as I remember, okay, here's the thing. As if I remember the commentaries that we have already read on Proverbs 28:1, it's kind of interesting when you start getting into reading many commentaries, right? And then kind of noticing the things that they don't say, right? I think that's kind of, I almost kind of find that kind of fun too. Or when you read a bunch of commentaries and then many commentators are very different, or they say totally different things than the other, because I guess of their own viewpoints and stuff like that. But in terms of when I read Proverbs 28:1, right, let's just read it again. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. I think righteous is a very important word, because I think we are to seek after righteousness. There's many verses on seeking after righteousness, right? And so one of the traits, I'm assuming, right, because of this verse, is that if we are seeking after righteousness, right? And there's also another verse saying, like, I think also we all, like, don't strive for the, we all, like, fall short of doing what the Lord wants of us, right? And that's the thing. Every one of us falls short. But the thing, when I think of Proverbs 28:1, that when I'm kind of reviewing all the commentaries that I've read, one thing about lions, which I find quite interesting, is that lions kind of are like not the biggest animals in the, where do they live at? The Serengeti, the plains, but yet, I guess some liken lions to, I guess, kings in some degree, right? So it's kind of interesting seeing the traits of lions, right? One of the other traits of lions, which is kind of strange, which is actually very strange about lions, right? Compared to, like, if you observe normal cats, right? I think normal cats, I don't know if they form like herds, or what do they call them? They call them prides, right? Do normal cats start forming prides? I guess they kind of maybe do, right? But I don't know. It seems like all the other big cats, it seems like they don't form like a almost like a pack, right? And I find that kind of interesting about lions. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. We were going to read the entirety of Proverbs 28, so let's continue, and then we'll get into maybe another commentary that we haven't read about Proverbs 28. Let me see. Let me go behind the phone just to see if it's going. Can you do a kickflip? You know what? I'll do a kickflip real quick for you. Just because you asked, I'll do a kickflip for you. There we go. There's also this combo that I like to do. Oh. There you go. Just because you asked to do, normally I don't start the stream off riding that quick. Normally we do the Bible study. There you go. And actually, since I'm already at that point, let's see if my stream's even working. See if the audio's working. For some reason, the audio's been super scratchy, so I apologize if it's been like super scratchy. I don't know why. I think I messed up the mic or something like that. I actually, I've been kind of wanting to get more into like kickflip tricks. I feel like that's one trick they really don't do in flatland that much, and that is one flatland trick I did learn quite early on, before I even really got into flatland. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get this stream to work. For some reason I cannot watch the stream on my own Wi-Fi. It's a little odd. I don't know why. Okay, it is working. So let's continue. Proverbs 28 of the KJV. We're going to read the entirety of Proverbs 28. Okay, so for the transgression of a land, many are the princes thereof, but a man of understanding and knowledge, the state thereof shall be prolonged. A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain, which leaveth no food. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men shameth his father. That's strange. It's kind of strange because I actually don't think I've ever read Proverbs 28 in the KJV, because I always read it from the ESV. So it's kind of weird because in the ESV, I don't think it says riotous men. That's interesting. He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Now see, this is actually somewhat written the same in the ESV, but I think it's something that I don't hear pastors, or actually I don't even hear too many sermons or any pastors really bringing this one up, right? He that turneth his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination, right? So I think some people, in some degree, I think prayer can get kind of confusing, right? I think what's weird about prayer, right, is that I think in most instances people, say you kind of believed, right, a little bit, but then you got in trouble or you got like put in prison or like something unjust happened to you. Like imagine you did something and then they threw you in jail for like a week, right? And you didn't even do it. I think, or like say like, you were on an airplane or something and it was about to crash or something. I think these are the cases. It's kind of interesting seeing when people start praying when maybe they didn't pray really that much, right? I think in most cases people start praying when great troubles start coming upon them, right? But I think it's interesting because it's weird to know that the Lord, like even if we did ask for some prayers and stuff like that, that our prayers could even be an abomination to him, right? And that's kind of a harsh thing to say, right? But yeah, I don't know about that one, right? It's kind of interesting. Maybe we should do a Bible study on that one. Anyway, let's continue. Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit. But the upright shall have good things in possession. The rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that hath understanding searcheth him out. When the righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into his mischief. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. I mean, I think that one's just throughout time, Imagine just having a wicked ruler over you. I mean, I feel like that right there is just a tale as old as time, right? There's always someone. I wonder if it's kind of weird once we get into like, rulers over people and stuff like that. It's interesting seeing the whole process of like them becoming a ruler or them inheriting that, and then something happens, maybe lack of empathy or something, and then they start getting crazy. Maybe it's because of power or wealth or both, in some cases. I find that interesting because I feel like that whole scenario just keeps happening over and over and over and over again, and it's just like this something that just keeps happening. I don't know, it's weird. There has to be some psychology to it. Anyway, the prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. Huh, interesting. That's weird because in the ESV, this one says something different. And it says it differently, right? It's actually, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. Wow, this one just totally hits differently when I read it in the KJV. So let me read this again. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days, right? And what is covetousness? Covetousness is wanting something that you don't have, right? It's like something like if you have, it's like the 10th commandment, right? Like if your neighbor has something and you start coveting it and you start, okay, so I know I've said this many times on the stream, right? But there was this book that I read in Barnes & Noble's when I used to live in Long Beach, and it was actually about coveting, right? From what the book, I didn't write it down, I didn't take a picture of it, but from what I remember of the book, so take it with a grain of salt, is that comparisons, so we comparing something and anything in our lives, comparisons open the gateway, literally open the gateway to coveting. Or actually, no. Okay, so comparisons open the gateway into envy and jealousy, right? Envy and jealousy, those kind of are basically the same thing, right? So comparisons, we comparing our lives with other people's or anything we compare, right? That opens the gateway into envy and jealousy. Envy and jealousy can turn into coveting, right? Coveting of wanting that, like I need that, it's like, why don't I have that? And then you start feeling, and then, once envy and jealousy, or maybe it's comparisons, coveting, and then envy and jealousy. I think that's how it went. Comparisons, coveting, and then envy and jealousy. And then from envy and jealousy, those can stem, not all the time, but those can stem into, you feeling like you're less than, you feeling like you got treated unfairly, you feeling like life's unfair, you feeling like, something's just not right in your life, and why do they have that and I don't have that? Like, why am I working harder than that? And then, it's like, it's all these bad feelings can arise from that stuff. And from what the book was saying is that from envy and jealousy and from coveting, that can even stem into depression, like you feeling like you're less than in life, and you can start getting depressed, you can start getting sad, and then you can even start getting mad, you can even start getting angry, and even, like wrathful. And then the book started saying something like, sometimes the most angry people, were once the most saddest people, because, ultimately I think maybe it was frustration, imagine, nothing changing over many, many years of you being sad or depressed. Sometimes, that's what this book was saying, right? That sadness and anger can actually coincide at some points. Or, sometimes the most angry people can become sad and depressed, right? It's kind of this vice versa thing. And then what the book was saying is like from these basic emotions, right? We went into these very basic emotions, right? From these basic emotions, we end up, into, if we go down the anger tree, right? We can go into murdering, right? We can get it, at some point we can start fights with people. Sometimes we could, even kill other people in some degree, right? Because we get so angry and wrathful and stuff like that, right? Or we can end up stealing. And if we go into the depression tree side of it, we can even get into like suicidal ideation. We can get into, just destructive behaviors of just trying to like, I guess run away with like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And now take all these, what I'm saying, with a grain of salt, right? But the thing is, basically what it was about coveting, right? And what the book was saying is that at times we don't actually realize that we're coveting, right? It's a very, very subtle sin that can happen in our lives. And because of the way our modern society operates at the moment, is that many things in our society actually fuel us to covet, right? Or make us feel like we're less than, and just make us start comparing a lot of things, right? Now the thing is that it's kind of weird because now here, check this one out, right? So it's weird me rereading Proverbs 28, and this one says, "But he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days." Does that, maybe I'm reading this verse wrong, but is this saying that we should be hating being coveted? We should hate being covetousness, right? We should hate like coveting, right? And that's a very interesting thing, and it's just and it's a very strange thing to think about to me personally. And here's the other thing: is that I feel like many times coveting is so subtle, right? And just comparisons, coveting, it's so subtle that you actually don't realize it's occurring to you, right? And now, what the book was also saying is that they were saying that coveting is the last commandment because it is a root commandment. Because coveting ultimately leads to so many of the other sins, right? And it's very interesting to think about, right? And you know what? Just because I've read this, I really need to be a little bit more aware of that. Now, I've tried to be a lot more aware of that, and I feel like once I read that book and once I started understanding the, I guess almost, I would say the curse of coveting. It's almost like you were cursed, and you not knowing that you are cursed in some degree. And the thing is, I feel like I'm wondering how much negative things have happened just because of, people coveting. I mean, it's a strange one, man. It's strange, and it's almost strange to like, it's in some cases it's weird not to covet, right? It's weird to say that, right? But sometimes in our modern society, it makes us think that we like, imagine you thinking you need to be at a certain point in your life, right? So you're coveting for something that you think that you need at that moment, right? Or something like that. But then what's weird about scripture is that, in the New Testament, it's said that God will provide us all that we need, right? Sounds confusing at times, and it is somewhat very confusing. And I feel like sometimes God leads us into these strange seasons, right? Sometimes we don't even know why it's happening. Sometimes and sometimes I wonder if God even puts us in these strange seasons just to see our heart, right? Just to see what's in our mind, right? Just to see the doubts that we have. Because I've had so many doubts on God and all this stuff, right? And sometimes I wonder if God just puts me in these strange, like, I guess, somewhat wildernessy seasons just to see where my heart is at, just to see where the mind is at, right? And just to see if I'll truly trust in him in some degree, right? And I think it's kind of interesting. It's interesting. It's like mysterious. Anyway, that was a very interesting one, and that we've only gotten to 16. Let's continue. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay him. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person. Very interesting. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. To have respect of persons is not good, for a piece of bread that man will transgress. He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth that not that poverty shall come upon him. He that rebuketh a man afterward shall find more favor than he that flattereth with the tongue. Whoso robbeth his father or his mother, and saith, It is no transgression, the same is the companion of a destroyer. He that is of proud heart stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely shall be delivered. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes
shall have many a curse. What in the world? This one says curse. That's strange. Okay, this is the last verse. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. That's weird, because I feel like they wrote Proverbs 28:27 differently in the ESV. Let me read that one again. Let's read Proverbs 28:27 in the ESV. What does that say? It is the same somewhat. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eyes will get many a curse. Huh. That's strange. There's that word again. Curse. So we started this one off with this one. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Oh, somebody said something. I'm sorry. I apologize. I haven't been looking at the chat, man. Apologies. Sorry. Normally people don't show up on the Bible studies. I think the Bible studies draw a lot of people away. Actually, I know it draws a lot of people away because I probably lost more followers doing the Bible studies things than I have gained. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like the numbers are not going down that much. But when I first started doing the Bible studies and stuff, it was just like, just people were just not about it. But you know what? At this point, I'm just trying to somewhat glorify the Lord, and I guess in some degree, I feel like sometimes glorifying the Lord can sometimes cause that stuff, right, to happen, and we just need to be as bold as a lion, and maybe that's why I looked at this verse today. So let's look at Proverbs 28:1 commentary. Proverbs 28:1 commentary. I'm going to try and get to one where I haven't read. Let's do Bible study tools. Okay, Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, though the terrors of the guilty conscience, as in Cain and others, who fear where no immediate cause of fear is, are frightened with their own shadows. And as Gaul was with the shadow of the mountains, he took for an army of men as his friend told him. Judges 9:36. They are chased with the sound of a shaken leaf, and a fancy men are at the heels to destroy them, and therefore will with all haste flee to some place of safety. Leviticus 26:17, Deuteronomy 28:7, and Deuteronomy 28:25. But the righteous are as bold as a lion, which turns not away from any creature it meets with, nor mends its pace when it is pursued, but walks on intrepidly, and oftentimes lies down and sleeps in open places, and as securely as in woods and dens, devoid of all fear. Hence the heart of a valiant man is said to be as the heart of a lion. 2 Samuel 17:10. Let's look at 2 Samuel 17:10. What does this one say? Then even the bravest soldier, whose heart is like a lion, will melt with no fear, for all Israel knows that your father is a fighter and that those with him are brave. In Proverbs 30:30. So Pindar compresses a courageous man to a lion for boldness. Now righteous men are as bold as this creature, or more so. Some of them have stopped their mouths of lions and have dwelt securely in the midst of them. Righteous Daniel and all righteous men are or may be fearless as the lion. Fear God they do, but they have no reason to fear any other. And many of them are fearless of men, or of their menaces and reproaches, or if anything they can do to them. Since not only angels are their guardians, but God is on their side, and Christ has overcome the world for them. They are fearless of Satan and his principalities. They are delivered out of his hands. They know he is a coward, though a roaring lion, and when resisted will flee from thorn. Yeah, that he is a chained, conquered enemy, and though they are afraid of committing sin, yet are fearless of the damning power of it. Christ, having bore their sins, made satisfaction for thong, for whose sake they are pardoned, and whose righteousness justifies the blood cleanses from all sin. They are fearless of death, its sting being removed, itself abolished as a penal evil, and become a blessing, and is the righteous man's gain. They are fearless to wrath. They are fearless of the wrath to come, Christ having delivered them from it, and they being justified by his blood. They are courageous as the lion and fighting the Lord's battles with sin, Satan and the world, and enduring hardiness as good soldiers of Christ, knowing their cause is good, that Christ is the captain of their salvation. Their spiritual armor is proved, and they are sure of victory and of a crown. They are confident, as the lion. As the word may be rendered, they are confident of the love of God, of their interest in Christ, of the grace of God in their hearts, and that all things work together for their good. That's from Romans 8:28. I'm surprised they didn't put that in there, but I guess that's such a known verse that they don't even need to paraphrase. They don't even need to quote it. And that it is and always will be well with them. Let things go how they will in the world, and so are secure. They are bold and undaunted, both before God and men. Before God in prayer, knowing him to be their covenant, God in Christ, having in view the blood and righteousness of Christ, and being assisted by his Spirit. And they are undaunted before men. If the righteous man is a minister of the word, he speaks it boldly, as it ought to be spoken, fearing the faces of none, knowing it to be the gospel of Christ, the truth, as it is in him, and the power of God to salvation. And if a private Christian, he is a public professor of Christ, this word and ordinances which he is not ashamed to own before the world. In short, the righteous are as bold in life and in death, and will be so in the day of judgment. And it is their righteousness which makes them so, for which they are denominated righteous, but even not their own, but the righteousness of Christ. Man, I've never read that commentary. That commentary is super long, actually, for this one verse. Pretty surprised. That was a good one. That was a good commentary. Being as bold as a lion, it's something that I think all believers somewhat strive to do, right? And I think many times we forget. I forget a lot of times, and it's weird because I know that verse by heart. That, I think, for me personally, because how I actually started reading the Bible actually is my buddy of mine told me that I could read one proverb a day, because there's 31 proverbs, right? Like 31 days in the month, right? And that's actually, Proverbs was actually the first book of the Bible I started reading. And I started reading Proverbs just one a day, right? And Proverbs 28:1 is the verse that really hit me ever since I started reading it. For some reason it's not focusing. There we go. Proverbs. And so, yeah, and it's weird because I know that verse by heart too, you know? And what's weird is I think what's very strange too, taking a kind of like an analysis or overview, is when these things start happening, right? Like when you do get scared and all this other stuff and fear happens. I think what's weird is sometimes you forget the verses, right? Like sometimes that verse that you need for that moment is so far away that you aren't even thinking about it, right? There's so many times, and that still happens to me so much. I feel like if I would have had Proverbs 28:1 in so many instances, if I just remember that verse, just be bold, don't be afraid, you know, just like do it, you know, just go for it, right? Just be bold, you know? Sometimes I feel like being bold also is not being afraid to mess up, right? It's like literally like being like, okay, here I am. You're going to see my mess ups, but you know what? We're going to continue forward. It's not like that one mess up's going to, you know, and it's kind of like, it's like, there's actually this one quote I actually heard. I actually saved it down the other day. And it's Let's see here. Oh, here it is. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried, right? I think that's such a good one to remember. You know, I feel like that goes into so many things right there, you know? I know it's kind of like a cheesy quote, right? But I feel like that's it's a very good one to know, right? Sometimes I feel like we just need to go out there and fail sometimes, right? We just need to go out there and basically whoever's failing the most for the most consistently prolonged periods of time is the one that's going to end up learning the most or something. I don't know, something like that, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I guess that was Bible study today. We're going to do a card draw now. And let's shuffle these cards up. We'll do a card draw and see what we draw today, and then we will get into bike riding. Yeah. And for some reason my chat keeps messing up on here. Apologize if you guys are saying stuff. One day I'll have a better setup. Let's shuffle these cards up. Oh yeah, you know what? There's another thing that I was thinking about fear, right? Because that commentary said so much stuff about fear, right? Well, there's another thing, what I've read from another person, or actually you could just look it up right now. What's weird about fear, there's something in the Bible, it's like fear not or something. And what's strange about that phrase is I think it's mentioned, or like fear is mentioned like 365 times in the Bible, right? So it's almost like a realization from God saying every single day of the year. Now take that with a grain of salt, you know, I guess it's not really like that. Maybe, well, to me it's like that. You know, I guess some other people could take it differently, but you know, fear not, right? It's like we have to somehow remember that for every single day of the year. And fear is a very interesting emotion. I feel like fear is also, it's like, you know what's strange about emotions or just thoughts? And sometimes they're so subtle, right? They just start out so subtle, right? That you don't really realize you're actually feeling that. Or you could be confused on, you know, maybe fear, you know, sometimes I wonder if sometimes fear can even stem, like sometimes when people get angry and stuff, maybe it's people somewhat becoming fearful. And it's like the whole fight or flight response mechanism, right? Kind of interesting to think about. Okay, let's see here. Let me shuffle these up a little bit more. I want to get a good shuffle in here. Let's cut this up, cut this up, cut this up. Shuffle this one down. Shuffle that in the middle. Shuffle this one in the middle. Okay, I think it should be pretty shuffled. Let's see what we draw. Up like this, boom, boom, boom. Now let's see what these cards are going to be for the first day of the week. What will we draw? Oops. Come on, buddy. Okay. First card of the day. We might be able to play this one out today. Plains. Second card. Congregate. Third. Oh, wow, look at that. That's hilarious. We got Noble Panther. Now that's odd. You know why that's odd? Because every time I draw this card, I think about Proverbs 28:1. Look at that guy. That is a strange card, man. He's like fighting an android robot looking thing. It's like nature versus robot. Man, it's gnarly. I like seeing that brain. Look at the brain looking creature. It's like a freaking Terminator looking guy. It has like flesh on top of robot. Look at that. You guys ain't gonna focus, but. Fourth card? Ooh, I haven't drawn this card in a long time. Twilight Drover. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Angel of Flight Alabaster. Mist Raven. Reminds me of Elijah. Mist Raven. 7. Hero of Bladehold. Angelic Page. Let's draw one more card just to see if I'll be able to play it out. Nope. But it is Rafik. The next card I was going to draw is Rafik. And it goes right with today. The righteous are as bold as a lion. Rafik of the many. Okay. And you know what's actually... Okay, so actually what might actually start happening is... Actually, maybe not. I don't know. But my buddies of mine are starting to play MTG again. Commander MTG. I might end up having to use some of these cards for an actual set. It's kind of weird. I haven't played in a very long time. Last week was actually a couple days ago, was the first time I played in a very, very long time. It's quite refreshing, actually. Okay, anyway, that was the card draw of the day. I'm going to take a little break, and we'll get into bike riding. So that was the Bible study portion of it. Let's go ride some bikes. Okay, we're back. Man, it is so weird, huh, that I'm doing these Bible studies. Oh well, we're going for it. It's so odd. But that's why I have to keep reminding myself of Proverbs 28:1, even though it's super awkward at times to do, but we're going to continue, right? We need to somehow give glory to God in any degree, right? So let's see if I can get this set up correctly. There we go. Okay, let's check our PSI. Put some music on. I already have my armor on. I'm going to start just doing the stretches before I put my armor on. Save some time on the stream so you don't have to really watch that. I just, you know. I want to see if I can watch the stream yet, so I can look at the chat.
You see, in the 1700s, food prices going up, and of course, all this hardship. But we know, we study history.
Oh, you know what it might be? It also might just be just Did I listen to it? Stream still doesn't work. I don't get it. It's like I can't watch my own stream on my own Wi-Fi. Blocked IP address or something. It's just weird because like I can't see the chat, and that's the bad part about it. I can't see the chat, man. What about if I open it up in here? Will that work? Nope. Still doesn't work. That is sketchy, man. Super sketchy. So practice some backyard no-handers. Actually, maybe I should just start switching up the warm-ups. Oh yeah, my internet's super laggy. It's laggy, man. Straight lag session. Maybe I should start switching my warm-ups up. Like doing different things.
I need to start doing it with the side of my foot, actually. I don't know how to do that. So good. I don't know how to do it so consistently like that. So I saw one dude, he uses the side of his foot for his fire hydrants like this instead of like that. Because I was doing it like this, right? This one dude does it like this. I'm thinking there's a reason why. And he would do a lot of them. I think the reason why he does it this way is because when you're doing it like this, you can step away and mess it up. But if you get good like this, you have that whole range. It's probably better to learn it that way.
Moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. The tightening.
Oh, there's a network error. It's weird. It's kind of messed up. There we go. So you do a triple fire hydrant. Let's actually do a hang 5 with triple fire. I want to see my like it's kind of working still. All right, fire. Hang 5 with triple fire hydrant. Ah. Yeah, we need to clean some of this stuff up. Get out of the way. All these tubes somewhere. It's ridiculous. There's so many tubes. There we go. That gives us some more room.
I've yet to do on a triple. Right. He messes it up. That was fun. That was fun. Bro, how did people do double decades?
time to learn them. Although you don't know how to do it. Oh yeah, that's the one I kind of wanted to try. How did they do it? Yeah, that's how you do it. What does those look like? Oh, I got one, I got one. What about that and a sticky? Maybe I should just try and just do the locomotive. Try a locomotive.
Ooh, I got one. Oh, let's do that one. I haven't done that one. Totally messed that up. You know what? We might actually just start doing a Reddit stream too. Let's try it out. Yeah, let's do a Reddit stream as well. Let's see here. How am I going to do this? I guess we could use this. Oh, wait, yeah. There we go. Might as well just do a Reddit stream too, huh? Oh wait, that one has a crack in the screen, darn it. Wait up, I'm gonna have to do it on this phone. I think we're gonna do a Reddit stream as well. We're in multitask today. Let's try this one out. I was gonna do it on there, but this phone has a cracked screen. Let's try it on this one. I guess I can't get any clips in. We'll just do it for like an hour. Wait, what is... Okie dokie, let's try this out. Put this thing here. Oh yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's try this out. Let's see if this stream thing is going to work. This one here. Alright, let's see here. Let me get this in the right angle. For some reason it's super blurry. I don't know why it's so blurry on these streams. Oh well. Okay, there we go. I think that might give us a little room to work with. Welcome travelers. You have stumbled upon the Flatland BMX learning stream, where we learn more of the mysteries of Flatland BMX. I guess not only mysteries, but we're just messing around too, just having fun. I guess, you know what, we'll give some glory to the Lord as well. I guess we'll read a verse. I guess we'll just do the one that I did. I did a Bible study today on Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee, though no man pursue, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. You guys want to listen to the Bible study today? That was the Bible study we did. I don't think it's going to focus in. Proverbs 28:1. That's not going to focus. Alright, let's do this. Let's have some fun. I landed. By the way, I am also streaming on Twitch. Oh wow, there's a bunch of people watching. That's weird. I thought they messed this thing up. I thought this thing didn't even work. I thought our cam didn't even work. Oh well. Whoop. Oh. Whoop. Let me restart this soundtrack. Whoop. Yeah. So a little lore behind the trick I just did. It's called a stick beat. What's weird about the stick beat is that there were two believers that would do this trick. Or it's actually the stick beat no-hander. And I just found it a little weird. These two believers that were really, really gnarly flatlanders. I'll keep it a little hidden. But they both did this trick, right? And it kind of I don't know, it kind of resembled a cross to me. And ever since then. This is the first trick. This trick I'm going to do right here was the first trick that got me into flatland. And here, wait up. Something's wrong with my brakes. Let me fix these things. What happened? What just happened to my brakes? Oh, that's what happened. Alright, let's do this. Technical difficulty. Sounds hard. It's a little rare for me to land it. I can get it every once in a while. Generally, I can kind of land it if I don't do the bar spin. The bar spin always messes me up. You got to get like that right angle to land it. Oh, I don't know if people just want to watch me just grind this trick out. And I'll just try and land one. It's a little tricky. Alright, we'll move on. I'm just going to kind of like get a little burnt out. I kind of feel like I'm not going to land it. I have landed many of these. It's just, it takes a little effort to get one for me to land one. So I'm just going to kind of mess around, you know, have fun. And then we'll get back into it. Oh. It's kind of weird. I'm like, I only have a certain amount of space. Let's see how far I can go over here. Okay. So right here, like right there. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Flatland BMX stream. I think one of the really cool things about flatland is that you can basically learn it in very tight areas. I can't actually see, you can't see the whole garage, but this is a 15 by 15 square foot area that we're riding in right now. I've actually seen some flatlanders ride in really tighter areas. Some have ridden in 8 by 8 squares. And ideally you want to find a level surface. So you can learn flatland on like bumpy ground and sloped ground, but one of the reasons why flatlanders and freestyle skateboarders, like freestyle flatland skateboarders, people always generally try and find a level ground because it gives them a consistent variable. And when you have a consistent variable, your balance points can kind of remain the same. And that's why you always see people riding in level surfaces.
Do you guys have any questions on bikes or anything? That'd be cool to see. I don't even know if my chat's really even working, but you did that one. And it's super fun to learn. Many different variables, a lot of different tricks. I think what I really like about flatland BMX is that there's so many combos. Like you learn one trick and you can put it into another combo and then another combo and then another combo. It's really cool. I don't even know what to do. Oop. Somebody said something. How long have you been practicing flatland BMX? Do you ride professionally? You're awesome. Oh, thank you. Sword Swoltmort. Lord Swoltmort. I appreciate the comment. What was it again? Sorry. I've been riding my bike since I was a kid. Actually, right outside, my dad got me I think it was a Magna BMX bike when I was like 4 years old. And ever since then, like, it's kind of weird that I ride flatland now. One of the reasons actually why I started riding flatland is actually I tore my ACL and I didn't ever get surgery on it. I had two doctors that said, one doctor said I should get like full reconstruction knee surgery. And then the other doctor, he said that I should do physical therapy because it wasn't a full tear, right? So I didn't want to be out for 9 months. And it sounds weird, but the physical therapy exercises that they put me in, a lot of the movements were somewhat like flatland movements. So like movements like this were really good for, you know, like, I think what they call them is they call them heel slides. So like if you tear your ACL, they're going to tell you to start doing these, right? Where you get on the ground and you bring your knee back, right? And then you push it forward and strengthening exercises like that. So that's kind of what got me into flatland. But I also used to live in Long Beach, and so that whole flatland BMX scene over there, like all those guys, shout outs to them, at Marina Pacifica, they kind of helped me get into flatland as well. And yeah, I started racing to begin with, so I used to race, and then I still ride like park and street, but right now we're just full on like techno mancer at the moment. Like full on, we have the gyro, front brakes, back brakes, we got the tall seat post, we got 4 pegs, not anything really flatland specific except for this one peg right here. This is a flatland peg because it has like this knurled grip on it. But other than that, all of this geometry is basically just normal BMX geometry. No zero offset forks, no flatland bars, not a flatland frame. You know, I don't even have a free coaster, so, you know, it is doable. You can learn flatland without having to get flatland parts. a new tire, so it's a little grippy. Almost jammed my finger on that one. I'm really bad at bar spins. If any of you guys know how to do a double decade, anybody out there, you guys should make a double decade how-to, because I see so many flatlanders do double decades and there's not a single how-to. And also like multiple boomerangs. I've been wanting to learn double decades, multiple boomerangs. But for some reason, there's no how-tos on how to do the multiples. I could do the singles, but it feels like once you get past the singles, it feels like a totally different trick. And I've been wanting to learn the double decade. They're really, really hard. I think they're hard. I think people do them easily, but I don't know how people do them. They're like a mystery to me. All right, let's see if we can get a triple fire hydrant. This one's for Logan Martin. Oh. You gotta like time it perfectly. Nope. It's crazy, like people can do like hundreds of these tricks. So this is basically the infinity whip. The fire hydrant, and unlocks basically in the infinity whip if you learn it correctly. But if you mess up the timing on the scuff or where you break it, it like messes everything up. It's ridiculous. Like I have a hard time getting a triple. So that was a double. See if we get a triple. And maybe move on. I'll give it one more attempt and we'll move on. Oh, that's close. It's fine. So far, the highest I've gone was 4. I'm looking to get up to 7. I'm just gonna mess around. Does anybody out there ride BMX? If not, I guess what's cool is you can basically learn this stuff like anywhere, so it's a good time to start up, I guess. Or can be. Let's do peg wheelie to boomerang. Pretty old school combo. Oh. It's a little weird when I'm like streaming or actually when people are watching me, so there's kind of like different modes of riding, right? There's like me battling out a trick, trying to land a combo or, you know, something hard. And then there's like show mode, right? Where there's like, yeah, I've kind of already landed everything that I'm doing right now, but I'm kind of just like, you know, just having fun. And then there's learning a trick, right? Where learning a trick's like totally different. It's just like you doing it for like months and weeks on end. Just messing up until you start learning it. Right now we're kind of in having fun, show mode kind of thing. If anybody has any tips on how to do a no-handed hang 10, I'd love to hear it too. I see some flatlanders, they like hold it, man. I'm like, how in the world are you guys doing that? It's ridiculous. That's like basic. It always like, you got to get like that right like balance point, and then you have to take your hands off at the right time, I think. But yeah, there's some people that will hold it for like 20 feet. You're like, what in the world? That's crazy. I'm doing like hot potatoes. Hot potato, hot potato. Really fun to learn that. Oh yeah. I forgot, we have like track stand variations as well. Oh, gonna try and go to a generator. Yeah, the track stand stuff is like, so those were like the first tricks I learned, like the track stand stuff. A lot of people think it's cheesy though, but oh well. I think they're cool. So we got like briefcase bar spin. Oh, nope. So you get like a double briefcase bar spin. Whoop. Right here. There was one time where I did like a double, like, cool. I'm like trying to keep it varied. I want to do like variation of tricks. If you go on my Twitch stream, it's kind of me more grinding it, grinding out tricks, trying to learn tricks. Right now I'm just trying to keep it like a variety of tricks, of different tricks. See what we get in the generator this time. Ugh. Almost. Those are fun. Okay, let's see what other stuff we got up in here. This is a good beginner trick that I thought was fun to learn. It's like no-handers. It's like peg ride no-hander. I don't even know what they're called. Good start out trick, I think. I don't know really what you could do into it, right? Oh yeah, now we can get into like whiplashes. If you guys are out there, if you guys know any how-tos on how to do multiple whiplashes, I'd love to see them because multiple whiplashes have been a nightmare for me to learn. Let's just try and land one whiplash. Like, people do them so easy. They make them look so easy. They're really challenging. I have trouble with a lot of front end tricks. I'm kind of more of a back wheel flat rider, I think. Oh, that was sketchy, but we landed it. Oh, rebate. Good jam tail whip, fakie gyrator. What other tricks we got up in here? I'm trying to show like kind of everything I've been somewhat working on. We got what are they called? Windshield wiper, right here. I think it's cool when people do windshield wiper back into a hang five. I kind of want to learn those. Really cool. Let's land a windshield wiper. I haven't landed one in a little bit. Oh, so close. By the way, I'm super inconsistent at flatland. It's crazy actually. Like, it's weird because like you see a lot of the flatland riders on like Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Dude, they have their tricks so consistent. And like, I don't know, as you can see, I'm struggling to land anything, so I don't know, maybe they've just been doing it longer or something, but it's definitely been it's hard to get tricks consistent in flatland. That's what I've learned. Or maybe I'm just bad at it, but I don't know. Let's see here. Let's do maybe some kickflip variations. Actually, let's do some Google Cup variations. All right. Those are fun. Like half cab a Bubaka. That was so close. What else we got up in here? Oh yeah, we got funky chicken. Let's get funky up in here.
Actually, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it on the screen. I'm going to have to like do it over here. Yeah, there is a lot of things you can learn in a tight area. Alright, if I do a funky chicken, I'll do it over in this corner. Because normally I do them over there. I gotta do it like right over there. Oh. You know, another one I've been struggling with is the freaking turbine steamroller. So this move I'm gonna do right now, like this goes into so many combos that I've noticed that pros do, and it is super hard. I can't even do the right end. It's called the turbine steamroller. So what's weird about the turbine steamroller? Did I just break my seat? Oh, I broke on my seat. What's weird about the turbine steamroller is that you can either go backwards like this, but then there's a point where you can pivot it, right? And a lot of the pros I see, they pivot it somehow, and then they go forward, right? And then from the forward one, you can get into like hitchhiker, like variations like that, like juggles, you know? But for some reason, I can't start it off. I mean, I know why a lot of them do it is because they do it in a tight area, but for some reason I have a hard time learning it. Like, they make it look so easy. Oh, my stream ended. Huh, I don't even know my stream's even working. Beep. Yeah, turbine steamrollers. It's really hard for me, I can't line them. I'd like to get the triple. Oh man, my stream's all messed up. I don't even know if my stream's even working. Sorry everybody. I think my stream's messed up. It's like saying I'm live, not live. Uh-oh. Maybe I should end it. Oh yeah, the stream's all messed up. Let's see, is it messed up over here? Sorry everybody. I think I gotta like end the stream. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know if it is even working. It says I'm not live, but oh well. Let's see if we can land a triple. Anyway. Oh. Man, that trick is inconsistent for me. It's brutal. Any tips on how to do these better? Because I struggle with them.
It's like, man, you mess up 1 little millisecond, it just messes up the whip. Like that one's always a challenge. I've landed a lot of triples, I've landed quads, but still to this day, I don't know why it's so hard. You think it'd get easier, right? You think after doing so many of them it'd be easy, but for me it's still hard for me. Oh, that was so close. See, that's the other thing is there's a range you have to keep your back wheel in. Otherwise you hack it on the ground. So, a lot of variables for this thing. But they're fun. There we go. That's sketchy. At least landed one. Like even just riding away from a triple, I'm just like, ah, at least I landed triple one. Okay, what else are we trying to learn here? There was another combo I haven't landed yet. Foot jam, no hander. I was trying this. I was kind of trying to film it, but maybe we can just try and learn right now. Foot jam, no hander to fakie gyrator, half bar, no hander. So we attempt it. Oh, come on. I can't go fakie. Come on. Let me get it. Oh, darn. All right, half bar and then no hander. Oh, I messed it up. I shouldn't have said that out loud. So if you do the half bar gyrator, you can kind of like tuck the bar in and like land it. You can like kind of like grip it a little bit better. So I'm trying to do like things that I'm like trying to think of all the things I haven't done yet. I guess we could get into decade. So I've been trying to learn how to do double decades. If you're out there and you know how to do double decades, there's not a single how-to on how to do a double decade. If you're out there, please. I see so many people doing them. I can't do them. So what I've been trying to do a decade and a half, or a decade and a quarter or something. Decade of track stand, right here. Oh, darn it. Bro, I'm actually glad I didn't land that line because I was, I'm actually really glad I didn't land that because
I actually never done that line before. I kind of wanted to get it actually filmed on as an actual clip. I almost landed it right there. Those stick bees, man, they're weird to get out of. I think the ride out I'm doing is the easiest one too. But still, like, if you don't cut it, if you don't cut that angle and like put your momentum in the right area, it just like, the bike just flops around, doesn't want to land it. All right, let's do this combo. Okay, here, let's have some fun. Right here. Invert. I've never done those in the air, but I can only imagine that's what it somewhat feels like. All right, here. Invert, so you turn down. That was awesome. Invert, turn down. Fudge. Sometimes I'm like scared to put my hand right here because I have like jammed my fingers before, like landing it. Any call outs? Does anybody have any tricks? Kind of like running out. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Okay, what about tail tap, chainsaw, 360 tail tap, chainsaw, foot jam, tail whip, fakie gyrator, briefcase horseman. I've only landed maybe about 3 of these ever. This combo anyway. You gotta cut that tail whip at the right area so you can go into a fakie. Alright. Let's go! I'm like missing like 15 degrees. You gotta like cut it right here to where your tire just peeps out. And then you can go into a fakie. Alright. Let's get it. Probably, oh, I need some water. Water! I'm wondering if is that number right there, the amount of people watching? I don't know if it is. Someone told me that this website wasn't even working, so I don't even know what the stream is on, or it's like working or anything. A bunch of people are all mad. They're all mad at Reddit because they think this site's gonna go down, or pan or whatever. There was one time I did a stream way back, like a year ago or something. You know, a bunch of people watched it. It was crazy. All right. 360 tail tap, chainsaw, foot jam, tail whip, fakie, gyrator, briefcase, barstool. That's what we're going for. Will we get the combo? Oh, it's that tail whip, man. That foot jam tail whip, I always mess it up right there. You gotta like let it whip all the way around. And then you catch it, boom, and then you go into a fakie. That was it.
I freaking messed up the scuff, man. One scuff I messed up and it messed it all up. I feel like this one's getting kind of boring to watch. Let's move on. Let's here, check this one out. It's a ground grind.
We're getting into the ground grind. Ground grind.
If you guys want to know how to like surf the ground, check out Trev Siglocks. He has one. You have to be pegless, but I used to do them. But he has one where you can like do that like that double tire slide on the ground. And I kind of figured out how you can kind of do it with your pegs and stuff today. Like jankily, but. Here, watch bar small gyrator. And where you guys at? Whoop, whoop. Let's go. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I want to do more like kickflip stuff. These got some kickflip combos. Alright, let's work on some kickflips. What about you know what'd be cool is like doing like kickflips manual. You know that seen that. I've seen a couple people doing that. What about what about 360 chainsaw, Endo ET, the tail tap chainsaw kickflip? I think I've done like one. I've landed one time. Let's see if we get another one. Oh, freaking didn't do it. Flatland mania! Whoa! That was a freaking 540. That was freaking crazy, dude. How in the world did I do a 540 tail tap? That's a good little challenge. I used to do shepherd slinging. Every time I did shepherd slinging though, they'd cut my stream off. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's not stream appropriate. But yeah, I have a target in here. And you know, like the whole like shepherd sling? I used to do that on here and they cut my stream off. All right. Oh! Why is that so weird? watch, because I can do these ones like with ease, but not that one. Oh, man, I forgot I was streaming on Twitch. Sorry, dude. My bad, bro. I haven't been looking at the chat, dude. Apologize, man. I forgot I was even streaming on Twitch. Water. I guess we'll just keep listening to this. I gotta think of what to do. Let's try and work on our hang 10 no-handers. Do this. Any tips whatsoever? Any tips on this trick? Because there's not a how-to on how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like going fakie is easier though. Oh, see, that was almost it right there. I know some people probably be like, well, why aren't you doing a cliffhanger? Well, the thing is that I would do a cliffhanger. The only problem is that I can't do a cliffhanger in this really little area. I can't do them in turbines yet, so I feel like the hang 10's a little safer. Oh, come on. All right, I've done this combo before, but it's like hang 5, squeaker, fakie, hang 5, hang 10, no-hander, drop down, gyrator, gyrator, no-hander. One minute once though. Oh, come on. Man, you gotta get that like, that little balance point like perfect. Oh, come on. It's hard. Like, I'm scared to like balance it out. I don't know what it is. That one I held it a little bit. Like, see, that one was actually somewhat like what I was trying to go for. But like, there's this point where you can hold it and just keep going. But it's like scary. I don't know why. Like, it shouldn't even be scary, but it just feels so weird. And I feel like doing it fakie. I feel like doing it fakie is easier. I think there's something with your momentum. Because I feel like every time I try and do it forward, it throws me over too much a lot of times. I think it has something to do with the momentum or something. Ah. All right, gyrator to decade. Fakie decade. Nope. Nope. I need a new playlist. Let's put on some new music. It's like some crazy dystopian. It's like dystopian drum and bass or something. Hold on. Let's see there. Bro, I don't even think I've landed. I guess I've landed a couple things right now. But.
Searching for music for your next video? Then you need to check out Artist.
Let's see here.
Amazing new music at a daily.
Let's see some copy.
License that covers every.
Oh no, this is copyright free. All right, let's move on. We're gonna do a hang five, circle hang five to circle hang five to fire hydrant decade. I've been landing one of these in a little bit of time. So let's get one down. Oh. That was so close. I was literally like 1 degree off of landing it. Oh, hang flies are not good today. There we go. Still going. I can't believe it. What are we gonna do? That was my amateur X Games line that I haven't messed up on yet. I know they're super easy tricks though, but. What have you got?
Should I do the briefcase or no? I feel like if I do the briefcase bar spin, I'm going to mess it up. So we'll go for it. I called it. I knew I was going to mess that up. I'm not consistent at that trick, so. Oh well, we gave it a go. That's kind of like somewhat of a long line. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. Whoop. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. None of these tricks are like advanced tricks. That's the thing. Like, if you see like the pro flatlanders, they're like doing like 20-point combos, like all in one line. You know, so I'm not there. I'm still like, honestly, basically all the tricks that you guys are seeing, I think they're like beginner tricks. Still, like, I guess I really don't know, but it seems like the pros are doing way more advanced stuff. But we're getting there, I guess. We're continuing to try. I don't know what to do. Let's see here. Let me think here. There is this combo that I used to do. Well, I've landed a fair bit amount of them, but so it's like flat turn down to stick B, no hander bar spin. Let's just see if we could do a stick B bar spin. Stick B bar spin no hander. All right, we'll do the turn down. We'll do the turn down. Jeez. I can't believe I landed that. That was so sketchy. After the bar spin, I almost like, I lost it. Like I was like a millisecond away of losing the balance point. All right, what about endo, slider, no hander? Endo, slider, no hander. Gyrator, no hander. I guess I've been doing these tricks for a while now. I've been practicing like that one. So the stick B, I've been working on that one for like a year and a half. So that was actually the trick that got me into flatland. There was two believers in Christ. They would do that trick and I was inspired by them. And so that's why I started doing it. Let's see, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Endo, slider, no hander. Gyrator, no hander. Nope. You know what, I guess I don't think I have much time left. I can't see it. I have a message on top of my things. I can't even see the time. Let's see here. I'm going to try and do a quad fire hydrant. We're going for the quad whip. Quad whip for Logan Martin. Oh. Okay.
This one's gonna be a challenge for me right now. Ah, darn it. That's what happens. It's super fun though, man. All you guys, anybody that's watching this, man, you can learn this stuff like basically anywhere. I think I titled the stream that. All right, quad whip right here. Oh, come on, man. This one's hard for me. Though people do it like it's nothing, but this one is a challenge for me. Oh, come on. Bro. I know what I'm doing wrong. It's like some days like I just have this trick and then some days it's just like impossible. Need 2 more. Let's move on. I'm not going to land one of these today. It's going to waste all my energy. Let's see here. What other things can we work on? I guess we go grab some funky chickens. Funky chicken time. I haven't had a funky chicken today, so I guess it's weird because I have to do the funky chicken in a different area of the garage. For some reason, the funky chicken took me a long. I'm still learning how to do it. But what's weird is like people are like, yeah, that's like the easiest flat trick. I'm like, what in the world, bro? Like that thing took me like so long to learn. I mean, I guess some people might think it's easy, but I literally think the back wheel ones are way easier than the funky chicken. I guess kind of landed that combo. Combo Nation! Just stand here like this. Shout out to Colt. Colt Crew BMX. Shout out to Robbie Morales. Thank you, Robbie, for hooking it up with his frame. So shout outs to them. This frame is the longest frame I've had this frame for a long time now. It's lasted through park riding, street riding, flat riding. I'm doing me good. I'm gonna think here what else to do. I guess we could do like some steam. Let's try turbine steamroller. If I land one in here, I'm gonna be tripped out. I never land one in here yet.
so close, dude. I was close, man. All right. Let's leave it like. I'll try one more trick. And then we'll end up getting out of here, I guess. Let's do decade to track stand to decade. That will be the finality. Finality. Right here. Oh. I'm gonna have to work for this one. I've only planned a couple of these things. It's hard. If I could, I'd do a double decade, but double decades are hard. If you're out there, I've said this like 5 times on the stream. Please make a double decade how-to, because I don't know how to do them. I've been stuck on them for like 2 years now. Fudge. This probably looks so cheesy because I can't do the double, but one day we'll start doing the double. I think this is how they learned how to do it. I don't know though. Man, they make them look so easy. When you see someone do a double decade, they do it so fast that you're like, what in the world, dude? Is that easy? Like, is that like, and for some reason, it just feels so impossible. Like, I think it's like my muscle memory. My muscle memory is so used to just landing it that I have to like rewire my memory to like do that second decade. Something like that. I don't even think I'm going to be able to land this right here. I guess for the finale, okay, I'm skipping this one. I'm not going to do the decade today. I'll give it one more attempt. One more attempt. I kind of feel like I'm not going to land it though. And then we'll do something. We'll do a double blue card or something like that. All right. Hopefully I can land this one. Alright, we're moving on. I guess the finale will be... you know what, I said I was going to do this one. We'll just work on it now. Alright. Once I said it, I guess I'm going to have to try my best to land it. Right here. Shouldn't even be this hard. I'm just trying to do a track stand. Decade track stand to decade. Or I guess ultimately it's decade, track stand, endo, decade. That's what it'd be. Hopefully these things teach me how to do a double decade though. I almost feel like I'm almost starting to get into it. Okay, right here. Let's do this. Man, this is hard. Man, I can't even imagine doing a double decade brakeless. Holy moly, you guys are insane. Can you guys imagine that? Doing a double decade brakeless when I can't even do them with brakes? Holy Toledo. If they could do it brakeless, I could do it with brakes, man. Come on. Oh, it's almost it. You know what? Actually, that was probably the closest attempt I've ever had with a double decade. We might just start going for it. Now, let's try and just try and go for the double. Oh, I wonder if you could just do it with 1 foot. Like, decade, land 1 foot, and then do another decade. But I see everybody, they do decade, foot, and then they place their other foot, and then they go and do the decade again. It's probably the most ideal way. Bro, I actually think I could just do it in 1 foot. Okay, let's do it. Or try. I wonder if that's easier. Oh my God. You just gotta torque that thing around, man. It'd be crazy if I landed a double decade on the stream, huh? I've been after this one for 2 years. Ah, bro, it's kind of scary, man. I know it doesn't seem scary because, you know, it's just flatland, but like, I don't know, there's something weird about it. Like, it's just so fast. You have to like, it's so fast and you have to torque that second one so much that it's just weird. Feels like you're gonna get caught up in the bike. I think I'm just gonna do it with 1 foot. What do you guys think? You think it's doable? 1 foot? I feel like when I do it with 1 foot, it's like faster. I feel like doing the land and then put the other foot on and then do it, it's like, it slows it down or something. I'm gonna see if I can just torque it around 1 foot. Right here. Oh my God. I'm only getting a half. How did they get that second one, man? You just gotta torque it, dude. That's all it is. You just gotta do that first one and then just torque that second one. Oh my God, okay. Right here. We might end up landing one today. I just gotta like full on torque this thing out. I don't know how to do it, man. I've been stumped on it for so long. There was one close one I almost got though today. So that's cool. I'll give it a couple more attempts, but this is generally what ends up happening. What you're seeing right now is where I'm stuck at with the double decade. I can't get that second torque over. And I get stuck. It might be like my frame geometry or something. See, it's like, huh. What do you do like? I have no idea how to do it. Freaking hard. Anyway, You just saw me struggle through this thing. I still can't do them. There was one close one actually in here, so I'm gonna end the stream right here. You saw me battle out the double decade. If you're out there, please make a how-to. I'm stuck on them. And the thing is, none of my friends do this trick, so yeah. So anyway, this is the end of the Flatland BMX training stream where you can basically learn anywhere. Just an overview. I think one of the strengths of Flatland BMX is you can learn it in very tight areas. Right now we're riding in a 15 by 15 square foot area, but I've even seen some flat riders and they ride in 8 by 8 squares. And they're doing like 20-point combos. So yeah, go out, have fun. I think bikes will help heal and restore the earth. So yeah. Farewell, everybody. That was the end of the stream. Maybe I'll start trying to come on a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I need to take a breather. We out of here, guys. I guess I'll leave it on a Bible verse. Leave it on a Bible verse. Let's see here. What verse are we going to get up on here? Oh yeah. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Farewell, everybody. You guys have a good one. Remember, continue to try your best and have fun. And there's this cheesy quote. There's a very cheesy quote, but it said, "The master has failed more times than the apprentice has even tried," or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. Just go out there, fail, and just keep failing and failing and failing and failing and failing. Don't give up. Just keep learning. Because I guess from our failures, that's where we learn, right? We out of here, guys. You know what it be. T-L-O-H-I-M. Okay.
This stream thing.
Holy moly. Man, I didn't stream mark anything. Oh well. Dang, I wish I would have stream marked that line, man.
That one I held it a little bit.
Bro, that line was so gnarly. Bro, that line was crazy, dude. I can't believe I landed that on stream. I've never even landed that in real life. I mean, I haven't landed that on, like, a stream before. It's so weird. Wait, did it? My stream end? Oh, no, it's still going. I'm gonna take a little break, man. I need a breather. Actually, wait a minute. I didn't even look at the time. It's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go to the skate park. Sorry about that. Okay, let's read a Bible verse before we end the stream. I apologize if I can't get to the questions because I used to be able to watch the stream on a device connected to the Wi-Fi. I can watch it on my phone internet for some reason, but I can't watch it on my own Wi-Fi. So if you say anything on the stream and I don't reply to you, I do apologize. Anyway, we're going to end the stream before I get going to the skate park. who gave himself for us to redeem us from all lawlessness, and to purify for himself a people for his own possession, who are zealous for good works. So let us not forget about zeal. When I personally think of zeal, I think of enthusiasm, I think of vitality, I think of fortitude, I think of energy, of life, of zest, of fun. So that's the stream. Farewell, everybody. Thanks for watching this. Anybody out there? We're out of here.